Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to kick off with the very groundbreaking technologies of the recent time, blockchain. So we are diving into what blockchain is, how it works, and why it is shaping the future of industries worldwide. So you may have heard about blockchain in relation to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. But did you know it's also creating new opportunities for developers, for computer science enthusiasts? From secure healthcare data and efficient supply chains to digital ownership, blockchain's impact is growing each and every day, and developers are at the heart of this change. So the question arises, first of all, what is blockchain? So you can think of a blockchain as a digital decentralized ledger that stores data securely. Think of it as a special type of database, but with some unique characteristics, right? So regular databases are often controlled by a single entity or server. So if you would notice that, just a centralized database would be hosted on a single server. So for example, if that server gets tempered, that means if that server got vulnerable and people try to attack it, everything is going to be destroyed. But the difference with the blockchain is that it stands out because it's decentralized, transparent, and highly secure. But because what happens with the blockchain is that everything, each and every data, each and every block is connected to each other. So even if someone tempers a small block of data throughout the entire blockchain, everybody is going to be notified. Everybody is going to know that, okay, there is a risk of data breach here, and they can prevent lots of damage. So let's understand blockchain with a developer's perspective, how blockchain stores data. Okay, so let me break down the main components of blockchain first. So we have a block. Each block in a blockchain is like a container of data. Okay, it can have anything, right? So let's say I have a Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is also an example of blockchain. So Bitcoin is going to store transactions and maybe the profile of who is going to own the Bitcoin, right? So that is the data that contains, that is the data that resides inside the block. So imagine you have a set of transactions or records that needs to be stored securely. Of course, all of those transactions need to be stored securely, and block is obviously going to hold all the information, but it's just not data. It also includes a few extra pieces like a timestamp and a unique identifier called a hash, which ensures that each block is unique. Okay, so my block is going to store the data, it is going to store the previous hash, and it is going to store the hash. So in order to get to the current hash, you will also have to know the details about the previous block, right? Because you can't decrypt the previous block with you can't decrypt the current block without decrypting the previous one, right? So everything is connected. And here's the cool part: these blocks do not sit alone, right? So they're connected to each other to form a chain. So it is kind of a chain. So each new block that's added to the blockchain has this unique identifier, right? So as I already told, it has a unique identifier hash. Okay, and because of that, it is very hard to tamper the block. It is very hard to tamper the data. So this is how it is a tamper-proof technology. So if you try to change information in one block, you'll have to change it to every block that comes after it, which is nearly impossible. Another key aspect of blockchain, I can say, that is decentralization. So unlike a centralized database where all the data is stored in one place, blockchain is maintained by the networks of computers. Or we can call them nodes. Each node has a copy of the entire blockchain and validates any new information needed. So this decentralized nature makes the blockchain resilient and difficult to hack because there is no certain point of failure, because each and every node is going to have a copy of that thing, and that is why it is very difficult to hack, because it's just that there's no certain point of failure, right? Let's try to compare it with the real world scenarios. Okay, let's make it more relatable. Let's use a quick analogy. Imagine a Google Doc. Okay, so I'm not saying that Google Doc has been designed with the blockchain technology. I'm just giving an example just for the sake of simplicity. Okay, so imagine a Google Doc that is shared with a group. Everyone can view it and see any changes in real time. So let's say I'm in a team and I have 5 people in my team, and all other 4 people are making changes in the Google Doc at the same time as me. So Google Doc is going to store who made which changes because there is going to be a record of every edit. Now think of a blockchain like this Google Doc, but of course it has a stricter security because Google Doc just doesn't have any security, right? So and a permanent record of every change that can't be undone. Blockchain has a permanent record. But just like in Google Doc, everyone in the network can see the information on the blockchain, but with even more transparency and traceability. Okay. And the question arises, why is it important? Like you would think that okay, there are lots of technologies out there. Why do I even need to bother about blockchain? The thing is, why should developers care about blockchain is because it's just not some trendy technology. It's actually changing how we build and trust applications. Imagine building applications that people trust because they know that their data is not going to be manipulated or changed by anyone. That's the power of blockchain. So this video was just an introduction. Thanks for joining me. If you found this introduction helpful, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel for the next videos. From next video, we are going to start getting our hands dirty with some basic blockchain code. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.